Yeah, this is crazy, man. Like I said before, I just don't see how a female can do this. A Twitch streamer fails to feed her kids for a whole week because she's trying to stream on Twitch. Now, streaming is never that serious, y'all. Like I said before, you feel me? Streaming is never that serious that you forget to do your responsibilities. Let's get into this video, y'all. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Help me get to 2,000 subscribers. Let's get it.
Nothing's gonna bring him back. It was already hard enough to want to live. They were my only motivation to get us out of here.
And the perpetrator of this very, very sick crime of literally not feeding her 2-year-old son for basically a week, thus leading to his death, is a Twitch streamer and former content creator by the name of Luna.Blaze420. And as you can see here, I am currently on her TikTok page. It has been dormant for over 2 years now, specifically 2023, January 28th. It seems as though it's the last time she's been active.
No way. I never heard of her before, but whew, this gotta hurt.
On this page. Additionally, she did have an Instagram page by the name of 96 Luna Blaze. Here you can see her last photo was posted 142 weeks ago on March 11th, 2023. And of course, her comments are now flooded with people who have now come across this story, some older, some new. One person said, "Ew, is this how you made yourself feel better for starving your baby boy that was probably in the next room crying? Heartless fuck." And I'm just going through these photos.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, how? Like, you had to hear your son crying or something. Like, what? This is wild.
And I'm seeing a whole bunch of comments, right, from a whole bunch of people who are calling her a murderer, a baby killer, a child murderer who starved her kids. And I'm just like wondering, how sick in the head do you have to be to blame you starving your child as a content creator who was only 2 at the time because of quote unquote depression? Like, I'm genuine.
Nah, like, you could have gave it to your, you feel me? If you could have gave your child to your mama, you could have gave it adoption. You could have did a lot of different things, man. You didn't have to let the boy suffer, man. Allegedly.
Genuinely tired of people blaming their mental health illnesses or issues as the reason for why they commit heinous acts like not feeding their child or children, because apparently she has 3 kids or had 3 kids for a week. And just so you know, here is her mugshot along with her boyfriend at the time with the headline, "2-year-old found dead in crib, parents charged with murder," prosecutors say. And I just gotta say, they both looked like the type to do some shit like this. I'm not gonna lie.
On the 16th of March, 2023, officers responded to an emergency call at the home of 26-year-old Jonathan Matthew Cheek and 29-year-old Sierra Pearl Zaitona. When officers entered the home, the first thing that hit them was the smell, followed by a stillness that felt...
So were they still living in the house, or did they just abandon the house? This is sad.
completely wrong. They eventually moved toward a small bedroom, but nothing could have prepared them for the horror they were about to encounter.
Wow.
Fire department, get down.
God. Before they even enter the house, I just gotta say, already based off of the brown stains on that door, I already understand the type of people living in this type of house. And guys, this is why you cannot judge a book by its cover. A lot of people see these content creators, these Twitch streamers, and they have these idealisms about who they are behind the screens, not knowing that these people sometimes in real life are genuine monsters. Like,
now, I like I said, you gotta see this through. You feel me? It's a lot of people. You can't believe everybody that's on the internet, and you really gotta dig deep. Not even dig deep, but you gotta really be careful on who you watch on the internet, okay? Because it's a crazy world out here. You feel me? You gotta be real careful. 6'7" for real. This is like a 6'7", okay? Facts.
a lot of these streamers and these content creators, YouTubers, influencers, whatever you want to call us, are genuinely not good people. They're not good people behind the scenes. They're abusers. They're manipulators, creeps, weirdos, who genuinely do not have good intentions for the people in their lives. And as this one young lady in the comment section from about 2 or 3 years ago, she says, I know we shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but depression? How can you get dolled up every single day and...
Nah, like, depression is real. I'm not judging nobody that's depressed, because depression is a real thing. You feel me? People can be depressed, and they do different things when they're depressed. But I understand But like starving anybody, you feel me? It's not a good thing, you feel me? You could have definitely prevented that situation.
Post on social media, but let your child starve to death. When I'm depressed, my kids eat. I'm not eating or showering myself, but my kids will always. I just don't understand. And I agree wholeheartedly. Her name is Lovely Leanna, who made this comment. You see this video. Glad you brought this up. Regardless of your mental state of mind, depression, anxiety, mental health issues, if you're a parent and you have a kid or multiple kids, none of that matters. I don't care about the excuses. There's no reason you should be leaving your child in a crib, not feeding them, not showering them, not bringing them outside for over a week. Meanwhile, you still have the audacity to come up here on stream and cosplay, you know, get on stream and beg for donos and goddamn farm clips and pretend to be this little innocent e-girl when you know deep down inside that you're a monster in real life. And just so you guys know, as an updated report for 2025, this originally happened in 2022, I believe. CBS News reported that Michigan woman sentenced to prison and starvation, death of 2-year-old son, which correction happened in 2023.
Oh, this happened in 2023. It's crazy. It's getting brought up now. Okay, everybody's bringing this up right now. Just to let you know, like, this shit still is it's a problem, and I'm glad everybody's shining a light on this because we don't want to see this mistake happen again. Okay. And I know she regret this situation.
Ira Zaytona was charged with second-degree murder and second-degree abuse. Zaytona pleaded no contest in February of 2025. On Wednesday, she was sentenced to 24 to 50 years in prison for the murder charge and 43 months to 10 years for the abuse charge. So she's cooked, bro. She's basically spending the rest of her life in prison. Possibly. She may get out when she's like pushing 70, probably 65 years old, given her age right now. What is she, like 31, 32? She committed a crime when she was 29, so, you know, she's cooked.
Fire department, get down. Hey, come on. Yeah.
Wow.
Bring the baby out here.
Man, it's sad. I mean, the baby didn't even get a chance to experience life, and they just, you feel me, and you just starved the baby, man. That's chat. Is that not sad or something? Like, chat.
Back up. Bring it out here. Bring it out here. Bring it out here. Let's go.
A crying woman, a dead child, multiple big-ass barking dogs. I mean, this is...
Wait, so she's in a house while the child is dead? Like, oh my God.
like some crazy shit happening right now, I'm not gonna lie.
Go. Come on. Come on. Go. Get down here. Hey.
Are you with a caller?
Hey, firm.
Then you have dogs in the background too.
Honestly, shout out to all the paramedics, the police officers, and the first responders out here who deal with this nonsense every single day. Personally, me, I couldn't do it. I couldn't live this life, you know, dealing with crazy, mentally ill wackos, weirdos, murderers, rapists every single day of my life, knowing how that would impact my mental health. Like, genuinely speaking, I'm already numb as it is. Imagine working that job, literally in field every day. See, I just gotta say, shout out to all of you who do this for a living.
Jesus.
I don't know. I don't think I could have, you feel me, look at a little, you feel me, look at anybody that starved their kid or something like that. Like, I don't even know how they even went in the crib.
By the way, I did not mute that. They muted it themselves, I suppose, to, you know, for privacy reasons.
Good God.
She's been a f***ing just...
I'm not sure if that's the child right there that they've blurred out, pixelated out for obvious reasons, or something else very disgusting that they don't want to show on screen, but I don't think it's the child, but possibly something else very disgusting.
Sarah, come out here.
Dispatch, you can close that one out. We're not going to be able to get to it.
Okay, so it seems as though that it may be the child, honestly. It may be, which is sick.
David, dispatch, we're gonna need a boss out here ASAP.
Cover.
Like, what is she screaming about right now? I'm trying to figure out what she's screaming about. Like, you've been in there for like a couple of days now, and now you just decide to scream out of nowhere. Like, is you good, Mud?
Yep, so that's the child. They just confirmed through the dialogue this baby just died. So yeah, she had 7 whole days, by the way. This sick fuck and her baby daddy boyfriend Jonathan Cheek, who was 26 at the time, she was 29, had 7 whole days to feed their child, and they did not. And they starved him in a crib where he was found, and she's blaming it on depression. As for this sick, I don't know if he was charged or not or what. I'm not sure if he even lived there, if that was his place of residence. But according to CBS, they say authorities say the child was found dead in his crib on March 16th, 2023. A medical examiner determined the cause of death is fatal starvation. The boy's father, Jonathan Cheek, also pleaded no contest to second-degree murder and child abuse. Cheek was sentenced in December 2024 to 24 to 50 years for second-degree murder and 86 months to 10 years on second-degree child abuse charges. So they're done. Both of them, they're probably gonna die in prison, or they're gonna be there until they're in mid to late 60s. Mind you, this is 24 to 50 years. So with good behavior, anything can change. You know, decades from now, laws can change, new administrations, the world can plummet into chaos, and possible World War III where they let out all the prisoners we don't.
Facts, I ain't gonna lie. But like I said, man, in that situation, y'all, I feel like, you know, they had a chance to feed the child. I know mistakes do happen, but I don't feel like that was a mistake, and this is a sad situation right here. I'm just gonna give y'all my honest opinion about the whole situation. You know, if you just want to be a streamer and you got kids, man, make sure you set days aside to where you can stream and do whatever you want to do. I know it's probably hard. It's probably hard as hell to do streaming, man. If you can't stream, then help somebody stream, man. You feel me? Yeah, that's about it, man. I ain't gonna lie. Let me know your thoughts on this video in the comment section below. I know this story is interesting, but this is the craziest shit I've seen in a long time.